Least favorite album?
Uh-oh.
When are you going to be officially releasing
Oh,
Drifting
good question.
after
Oh.
hearing the fan demand for
Thank you. Yeah, we thought about.
The Steph Kardashian, would John ever do a holiday album?
Oh.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear you.
Yes, I would. I would do a bluesy holiday album.
All right, guys, welcome back to another channel. We have a video. John Mayer went on show with Andy Cohen and seems to be just, hanging out casually, answering some questions. I haven't watched the video yet, so this is kind of all new to me. But apparently, and Andy Cohen named the video this, John Mayer unveils his least favorite album. It is an 11-minute video, so I don't know when he's going to get to that, but we'll make some edits. I'm not going to make you watch the full 11-minute video. I'm just more so reacting to it, kind of giving my thoughts. Okay, let's do this thing. I got my coffee. I'll try not to sip it a lot while I'm on camera. I'm going to pull the video up here. All right, let's do this thing. My least favorite album is Paradise Valley, by the way. I don't know if that's controversial. It just seems like the B-sides to Born and Raised. It's my least favorite album. But let's see what he says.
All right. John Mayer's solo fall tour kicks off tomorrow.
John Mayer's been doing some solo touring. If you
can
haven't
find him all at
noticed.
johnmayer.com. Don't forget to
And he's been unveiling some new songs. Granted, it's only him and his acoustic on the solo tour, so I'm interested to see what it sounds like with
Channel 14.
a full band eventually.
In November to Sirius XM. Behind the bar is tour manager Ken. Hey, tour manager Ken. Killed it tonight, Ken. Let's go back to our virtual fans
cool
here.
set.
Brittany and Drew from Washington, D.C. with a question for John Mayer. Hey, you two.
That's
Hi,
cool.
Andy. Hi,
They got
John.
like
Hi,
two,
Brittany.
like
How
a
are you?
virtual guest almost.
How did you and Ed Sheeran end up opening for each other on tour, and which did you prefer? You opening for Ed or Ed opening for you?
Oh, that's a great question. I loved them
Topping
both.
Ed or bottoming for Ed?
So John Mayer and Ed Sheeran
sorry,
have had
I
this
mean, no,
you're right,
relationship
you're
for a
right.
while,
You're
and
absolutely
they've
right,
been playing
Trisha.
more recently. Ed Sheeran and John Mayer.
Ed's opener,
There's
Khalid,
videos all over
who,
YouTube and
couldn't make
Instagram of John Mayer
a couple
playing
of the
with Ed Sheeran.
shows, and Ed reached out to me and said, I need an opener in Boston. Could you do it? I know it's a crazy ask. And I said, you know what? I will do it, because I thought it was just so interesting and adventurous. And so I opened for him at Gillette Stadium, to a half-full stadium. I loved it. I loved walking up there to this big away game where not everyone was on my side, and just loved turning them on my side. I mean, that's how we started. You go up into a room full of people who don't
Right.
get you, and you use the music to make them get you.
Yeah, and did you get him?
I think so, yeah. And then Ed said to me that night, I want to open for you one night. Let's do a show where I open for you. Maybe we can do a show in LA in September. And I go, okay, that sounds great. So it really was his sweetness in wanting to return the favor. And Ed loves having adventure and fun, and it's really inspired me to have more in my life. And so he opened for me in LA a couple weeks ago, and I would
just say that John Mayer's aging like
oh, you know, they're both
wine,
equally
fine
fun
wine.
in different
He's
ways.
looked the
Yeah,
same
you know?
for
Yeah.
quite a while.
All right,
now.
let's go to Hannah in Chicago. What's your question for John Mayer?
Hi, Andy. Hi, John.
Hi, Hannah. How are you?
John, you already answered what your favorite 3 albums are, but I was wondering what your possible least favorite was.
My least favorite album?
Uh-oh.
Well, I'm going to give you an answer, and it's the one that I spent the least amount of time on. It's only the least favorite because
Paradise
other
Valley?
ones were just more like important to my life. I like some of the songs on this album, but if I had to take one out of the discography, it would be Paradise Valley. I think there's some good songs on it, but I remember making that record because at the time I was being made to go on tour, and at the time I thought in my career I should not go on tour without a record. So I kind of like, let's make a record so I'm not.
I knew
thought
it.
I was too young.
I knew
to
it.
go on
Paradise
tour
Valley
without a
felt
record
so
and be Sort
rushed.
of like a legacy act, and so that record came together in about 3 or 4 months. But it gave me some really great songs I wouldn't want to lose. But compared to the other ones that were a little more baked, I would take out Paradise Valley.
There's a song on
Man,
Paradise
he answered
Valley
that pretty quickly.
is in Andy's
I knew it was
Kiki Lounge
Paradise
that I love,
Valley.
which is
Paradise
Drinking Love
Valley
with
has
Katy Perry.
never
Yeah, isn't that
resonated
great?
with me.
So good.
There is a
Glad.
couple
So
good songs
pretty.
on there.
I'm glad
It's
we did
such a vibe.
Yeah, I'm glad we
Yeah.
did that. That was sort of like early sob rock prototype stuff.
Yeah.
it was just at the point where I was saying, why can't I make music from a different era? If I love a style of music and I want to make it like a genre, why can't I make music that I was pretending was from a different era? And that was sort of like a prototype to Sob Rock. It was sort of like an FM light radio thing, and Sob Rock was a little more realized. But I listen to that every once in a while, and I go, I like that. I like this. I like the way that she sounds on that song. I feel like it's a really, she got that way of singing down and like met the challenge of that song. It was so much fun.
Here's Dana from South Carolina with another question. Hey, Dana.
Hey guys. Hey, John, after debuting new songs on your acoustic tour this year, when are you going to be officially releasing
Oh,
Drifting?
good question.
After
Oh.
hearing the fan demand for it?
Thank you. Yeah, we thought about going into the studio, recording it, and putting it out before the tour. And I really just took the temperature of everything right now, and I thought I'd like to make records again and not a bunch of singles. The thing with Sob Rock is that people have a different take on that album because there were already like 2 or 3 songs that had already come out before that record came out. And I think it hurt fans' relationship with that record because there were already singles that they were used to by the time the
That
album
is
came
a
out.
great point.
And so
That
I
was
thought,
one of my
let's just
complaints
hold
about
it
Sob
and have an
Rock.
entire
We had like 4
body
songs
of
off
work
that
come
album
out.
that we already knew about.
Body of work come out at once. But yeah, I thought about it, but we decided to wait for a record. Yeah.
Thanks, virtual audience.
awesome.
Appreciate it.
By the way, I clap along with clapping.
I know you
So
do.
you'll say sometimes like he has a new Sirius channel, and people will clap and I'm like this. And I don't mean like let's hear it for me. I will clap if people clap in movies. That's like when someone shows you how they went to go shake someone's hand. I went up to him like that. It's like, no, I'm just showing you.
Christina L. said, John, what watch can I get my husband that isn't terribly expensive for me? I'm thinking about $300. He just got an Omega Moon Swatch,
Yep.
and now he's
John
hooked
Mayer's
on
a watch
watches.
aficionado. I totally
At
forgot
that,
about
level still, we're talking about $300.
Of all the
Yeah,
questions
yeah.
to ask,
I
John
would go
Mayer,
for,
you have a chance to ask John Mayer a question. You
I
talk
would go
about
for the
watches.
new Swatch Blancpain collection, Blancpain Swatch. Yeah, just look up on the Swatch Instagram site. They're doing fantastic stuff that's really exciting horologically. I'm going to keep going for another 5 or 6 minutes, Andy. Don't worry. And at a price point that can't be beat.
The Steph Kardashian, would John ever do a holiday album?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'd like to hear you.
Yes, I would. I would do a bluesy holiday album. The problem is you have to like start. You have to record it in July
yeah,
or
right.
something.
Yeah,
and
a
decorate
bluesy
the studio
holiday
in summer
album.
like it's Christmas.
You know who
but
just
I'm here for
debuted
it.
Her new
Kenny Wayne
Christmas
Shepherd
song
has
tonight?
some Christmas songs
oh,
out.
cool.
It's real good. At King of Hot Topics, John, your cover of EXO by Beyonce is phenomenal. Have you ever considered doing an album of all covers?
Ooh.
Okay.
Ah, well, there goes
short
that.
Yeah, right. I felt put on the spot during a Dead & Company show at City Field last year because A, John
That's
asked
such
me
a
to intro
shame
the band
because
while I
every
was
cover
super
I've heard
high,
John Mayer
and B,
do,
I was getting a flurry of texts
I've
from Vicky
liked
Gunvalson
so
at
much.
the same time, but that's all another story.
That would be so
John, I'm gonna
awesome if
return
he
the
had
favor and put you on
an
the spot
album
for
of just
round up.
covers.
Phrased and
Come on, man.
confused. John, the titles of iconic Grateful Dead songs will appear on screen, one letter at a time, whichever
Yeah,
one of
playing a
us
little
shouts
game
out
now.
the
This
correct
should be
song
fun.
title first.
I don't
We'll
know
get the
too
point.
much
Whoever
about
has the
Grateful
most
Dead
points in the
songs to
end
probably
wins.
be good
Here
at
we
this
go.
game.
Phrased and
But I do like
confused
some Grateful Dead.
titles.
China Cat Sunflower.
Okay.
Okay.
He's 90% revealed.
Turn on the love light.
Yeah. Terrapins. No, I don't want to give it.
Scarlet Begonias.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
Andy's nailing this.
This is fun. This is fun.
Fire on the Mountain.
Oh, wow. Good.
Shakedown Street. Todd.
Both get the point. Yeah, thank you, Paul.
Terrapin Station.
Oh,
Okay. I knew that was going to come. Yeah. Uncle John's Band.
wow.
Yeah.
All right. This game's getting boring. Then I start to lose.
Friend of the
Friend of
Devil.
the. Oh. Okay, one more. John's killing me.
Yeah.
Sugar Magnolia. Okay, thank you very much.
I guess
for
Brown-Eyed
playing.
Woman didn't make the cut.
Oh my gosh. Tiffany L., who remains your all-time favorite guitar player inspiration?
Ooh, here we go.
I mean, legacy all-time favorite, Stevie
Ray
Ray
Vaughan.
Vaughan. I will still watch this guy on Instagram. Seen him for years, growing up for, he's sadly passed away. many
Everyone
years,
should
but
know that Stevie
every
Ray
time I
Vaughan
see
is
a clip
John
on
Mayer's
Instagram, I go
favorite
like this.
guitarist. I mean, he has a
Good
tattoo, for
God.
goodness sake.
So yeah, I mean,
And he
repeatedly-
mimics his
repeatedly watch
tone.
the same musician
John
and go,
Mayer's
"Come
first
on."
like
None
official
of us are ever
like
gonna hit it like
guitar was a Stevie Ray Vaughan
John,
signature series, I
so
believe.
fun.
The
I
love
Sunburst
you.
with
Love
the
you. Had
with
a
the
blast.
red turtle
How many
pick
more
guard.
seconds do you have to kill right now?
No, I don't. The after show can go as short or as long as we want.
All right.
You have anything else you want to get off your mind?
Maybe you want to toss that tit around a little more?
I mean, we have another game if you want to play it.
So there's a lot of good questions in there. So we know that John Mayer's least favorite album is Paradise Valley. I already kind of thought it would be that because I remember him saying in an old interview that he spent the least amount of time on this. I didn't remember if it was quite 3 or 4 months of production, which is really quickly put together when it comes down to like tracking, mixing, getting the final mixes, sending everything to the mastering engineer and all that. 3 to 4 months is really impressive. And there are some really cool songs on there. Like Wildfire is awesome. Paper Doll was okay. Dear Marie was awesome. On the Way Home was great. Yeah, there's some good songs, but it just felt like the rejects of Born and Raised. And that's why I never really liked it. So Born and Raised was actually one of my favorite albums of all time by John Mayer. I loved its simplicity. I loved its raw approach to the emotion, and lyrics are very telling, especially of his life at that time. And I could just tell he was in tune with himself on that album. If in step to Stevie Ray Vaughan was Stevie Ray Vaughan being in step with everything, which it was, he admitted that, then I would say Born and Raised is John Mayer's in step. Like, I just felt like it was such a genuine album. He's not opposed to the idea of doing a holiday album. That's cool. There's these random covers of Mayer doing Christmas songs from like live concerts, and the quality's not that good. They are out there. But a fully recorded blues holiday album would be amazing. Kenny Wayne Shepherd, if you go on Spotify, does have Christmas album, or not Christmas album per se, but Christmas songs. I love that he talked about the tour. I liked that the virtual guest asked the question about his new songs. He has done some new songs, and I love that John Mayer addressed the fact that he doesn't want to put out singles right now. He wants to do albums, because when he puts out singles, it kind of took away from the excitement and kind of ruined sob rock a bit. And that's totally true, because if you have an album of like 10 or 11 songs and 4 of them have been out for 2 years, and then you drop an album, then you only really have an excitement for 5 or 6 songs, kind of takes away from it. And so I like that Mayer is kind of hearing the audience, probably reading the reviews, probably seeing comments. I'm sure he is adapting his content. And that's how you know that you have a good artist, when he's willing to hear what the people are saying. And I think people did voice their opinion on Sob Rock when it comes to why did he release like half of the album and then only give us like 4 or 5 new songs. So that's really, really cool. Tell me what you thought about the interview. I don't know if there's more to this interview, but this is really fun, and I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more content where we just go over music in general, whether it's John Mayer, Blink-182, Stevie Ray Vaughan, me randomly noodling on the guitar. Don't forget to hit like so we can grow together as a presence here on YouTube. Thanks, guys. Have a great night. Peace out.